Welcome to this week's episode of the Rantoul Roundup, where we round up the news so you don't have to. In this episode, Tim Tadlock and Mo Olivares are here to talk to us about the future of TT distribution and the fun things that they have planned. We also have Jill Duden with Region 9 Birth 5 to talk to us about some volunteer opportunities that they have going on. Cindy's here to talk golf, and I have a bunch of announcements at the end of the show. Hope you enjoy it. All right, everybody, I have some first-time guests with us today. So we've got Tim Tadlock, and we're just going to call him Mo because nobody calls him anything else but Mo anymore, with us from TT Distribution. How are you guys doing today?
Great.
Good.
Great so far.
So far, so good. Tim, you have us here for a very particular reason, not only to show off what you guys have, but you guys are transitioning into a new phase of the store.
Correct.
Okay, you want to tell everybody a little bit about that?
Yeah, there's for 30 plus years I've been maintaining a outside sales territory and warehouse sales. Now we're kind of focusing more on a storefront, bringing in products that really are designed to be here for people just coming in needing supplies locally. That's a big change from the past for us. Big change.
Yeah. I see your uptick in your Facebook post. You're doing some lives. You're showing some stuff off there, and that's pretty good.
Getting out of my comfort zone.
You are, but you're doing okay.
Yeah.
That's what you have people like me for, to help you kind of grow into that too.
That.
Yeah, of course. Happy to have you guys on. So what type of things can people come in and just buy one off versus like?
Well, we're a fastener store, and so that's the biggest confusion we get is we're not a hardware store. So
right.
Plumbing supplies are kind of out of our wheelhouse. So anything fastener related, we have. And what's unique about us is because we have been supplying an outside sales territory for so long, we have unique products here that we've been selling them forever. But the Rantoul community don't know that we have them sitting here.
Right.
And I have so many customers that come in here and just walk through the front part of our building and the back, what we call the back warehouse, that are they're just totally amazed of the product range. I mean, when you show somebody a bolt this big and know that we stock them in town,
that's pretty impressive.
They're crazy.
Yeah.
Even when the big national fastener store was here in town, they weren't stocking bolts that big. So that's kind of what we're just wanting to put the invitation out to people to let them know that we're open up to the public now, full blown, where we've got the credit card machine where we never had before. So you come in, you could swipe, tap, whatever you want to do, make your purchase. And I'll have Mo explain a little bit, for the farm store comparison or the differences from us from, say, an Ace Hardware. We got some differences, mainly how you would buy nuts and bolts.
So a lot of the stuff that we have in the store is always already pre-packaged. So therefore, if you come in and need a bolt, it's going to vary in quantities depending on the size of the bolt, whether it comes in a 5-pack quantity, 10-pack quantity, which that differs us from the regular farm stores where you would show up, grab a handful of a couple of different things, walk up to the register, they weigh each one individually. Our stuff's already pre-packaged, so it makes it a quicker transition as you're coming in. We hand you the package of the stuff that you need. It's in and out, more of that stuff. And it prevents a lot of the confusion to where you're not mixing a lot of stuff up. Whatever you're actually looking for is what's going to be in the package instead of getting a mixture, getting home and finding out that you got the wrong item.
Now, as a fastener store, why is our main reason to have package versus pound?
So a lot of the times it's because we are, the base that we have is basically our staff is here to receive it in the bulk quantity. Nobody's going to come in here and buy a package quantity of 5,000. So it makes it a lot easier for us to have package quantity for the customers that are just needing 5, 10, 25, or 50 count, depending on the size of the item that they're getting. A lot of the stuff that we obviously already currently sell, we sell to our outside sales territory. So it's already been pre-packaged for the need that they have, but it opens up the opportunity for anybody else in town to be able to come in and get the benefit of being able to buy this stuff.
Yeah, I can totally see a few people popping in to get stuff that didn't know they had the option to do that.
I mean, we have safety products. We have, when you get in your fleet, we have all your airline fittings. We have professional DOT approved, OSHA approved first aid. We actually restock cabinets.
Okay.
I always tell people, just to touch a little bit on what we do outside the stores, we're kind of like the Frito-Lay guy that goes to the corner convenience store. But instead of restocking chips, we're restocking nuts and bolts. I mean,
That's a
brake
good way to
cleaner,
put
things
it.
like that.
Yeah.
So that's our main business. Rantoul is able to, from now on, able to benefit from that because we have such a wide range of product in here. Um, and we're even, like I said, bringing in new stuff, very popular step drill bits that are just out now, top of the line. We're
Okay.
bringing stuff like this in here that we don't really move to our outside sales territory, but they're here for people in the Rantoul community to take advantage of.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah. What a great switch up.
And we do sell tools, obviously, you see them around.
Yeah.
We offer a full line of tools that we don't have it here. We can order it, usually have it in a day or two. No shipping involved. It's really nice. You do have to wait for it, but that still kind of saves you a trip to Champaign. Because that's the other focus about us opening up the public is to save our local customers and people that are just discovering us a trip to Champaign every time they have to buy some nut or bolt.
I think that's amazing. It's nice that you guys are, switching it up a little bit and inviting everybody in. So that'll be good. So to get to the harder questions, what made you start the business in the first place?
Well, that's going back a long ways,
Mhm.
but I worked for a fire extinguisher company, and it involved sales and service. And when I first got married to my lovely wife,
Who we love. Hi, Joni. We
yes,
love you.
I was wanting to move on from that. It was a family-ran business, and it was, for me to go any further than where I was not possible. So I looked at what I was doing and what I enjoyed the most out of it. And I've always was told a lot of people focus on a career that you love doing.
Mm-hmm.
So I loved selling, and my wife always thought I was crazy because I'm the shy type.
Right.
How can somebody shy like me go out and sell? Well, actually, it turned out to be one of my better benefits because I'm not a pushy salesperson.
Right.
I listen. I try to discover the customer's need, what they're struggling with, try to come up with a solution for it.
Mm-hmm.
And so, ironically, I got hired by a major, it was an international fastener company that was a competitor of the one that was here in town. And we UPS'd everything. So I would go to my customers and then place the order and it would get shipped UPS. That's way back before email and all that stuff.
Yeah.
The internet changed everybody's world.
Mm-hmm.
So I developed the territory and I got into management. I learned the business, how to basically survive in a business.
Yeah.
But I did one thing. I never got high enough in management where I gave up my sales territory.
Okay.
I felt that was crucial to hang on to. So in the late 90s, 2000s, when the internet started getting popular, a buddy of mine left the corporate world because they were bought out, and it turned out to be a big mess for my customers and everything. So we started our own company over in Springfield, Illinois. I was with him for about 5 to 6 years and started over here with a closed warehouse where I was just maintaining inventory for my outside sales territory. And then I was tricked into opening up to the public by some really good friends of mine, customers that wanted to be able to come in and purchase stuff because I was always out on my route. And they needed something they couldn't get in, have access to this inventory. So we did open up the public. And in 2015, I believe around there, Mo started selling for me part time. He developed a route on Fridays at first, I think. He was running up north, Gilman, Watsika, down around Danville. And then things were going really smooth. He was still trying to figure out his new direction after leaving the fleet maintenance world that he was in. And then obviously my health issues, COVID.
Yeah.
Well, the first fire. And
it's a lot. It's a good story.
2020 was a wonderful year. We had the fire, and then later that year I found out I had the C word.
Yeah.
And then so basically, after talking with my wife, I realized that I wasn't going to be able to keep this place running. So we approached Mo, and he was more than happy, I think. to come on board
Depends
with
on the
us,
day.
partner up with us as a part owner, which we would not be open today without
Right.
that, because it was 2 years of
A lot.
it was a rough
You guys
road.
went through a lot. Yeah.
So just most people just trying to get through COVID. We were trying to get through a fire, COVID, and my illness.
Right.
So Mo has been a godsend to my family, and he's just been a true blessing. So he's here now. He's
Okay,
here.
you gotta stop pumping up his
Okay.
ego.
I'm sorry.
It can only take
But
so much
anyways,
of it.
I'm sorry.
No,
He's a great guy to me, anyways. I'll put it that way. But anyways, he's basically took over and took a lot of weight off me as far as running the business.
Mhm.
He still does his routes. I do my routes. We tag team. Now that we got Tyler on board now.
Will you stop hiring the people I hang out with and play
There
golf
you
with,
go.
please?
Just good people. So he's going to be our new store manager.
Yeah.
I.e., moving forward with this whole plan of opening this store for everybody to come in and enjoy this inventory locally. And has his training wheels on right now,
Yeah.
but he's doing a really wonderful job.
I have
And
heard.
that's getting Mo and I out in the sales territory even more, because once again, that's still the
Bread and
engine that
butter.
drives our train, is because that's the bulk of our business. But the invitation's here. I mean, for everybody that just wants to come in and explore.
Come on and
Tyler's
see.
knows the store well enough now to give you a tour of it, and you can see exactly what we have, and then just support a local business.
Mhm.
you
Shop
know.
local.
Shop
Yeah,
local.
That's
That's
what we're
always
here
good.
for. Right, Susie? Who's
Mhm.
always standing behind the camera.
Yeah.
She's here. Mo, do you have anything you want to add to that?
No, I think like Tim said, we'd like to be able to welcome everybody into the store. Now that we've been transitioning over to opening up the store to the public a little bit more, and with Tyler, like he said, coming on board, has opened that opportunity for us to be able to take advantage of that. Now, without us having to tag team on who was going to be here at the store taking care of it, now we have a full-time person here that's gained quite a bit of knowledge, is doing an amazing job for us, and it's actually opened up the opportunity for us to be able to bring in more inventory. As far as customers go, they keep on asking for different things, and with him being on board here and opening up the store, it gives us that opportunity. Otherwise, a lot of the stuff that we don't sell to our existing customer base wouldn't actually be here. Now that we can take advantage of that, we'd like to be able to invite everybody to come in here and check it out. We got everything from your small stuff to your big stuff, everyday need.
And for those of you who don't know where they're located, they're on Sangamon Avenue in the old Kessler Gary Niles building. They're kind of hard to miss once you know where they are. And you guys want to say the hours? Because I don't have those memorized.
8 to 4 o'clock Monday through Thursday, and then just 8 to 3 on Fridays.
There you go.
Did I say that right?
Yep.
8 to 4.
I'll
Monday
make
through
sure to
Thursday.
put it in the pod too. So
And we, we're still an industrial-based business, so we're going to stick with those hours. We're not really consumer-based, i.e.,
Right.
so we won't be open on the weekends, unfortunately. So
there you go.
but
But
you have
that's
to work around.
still pretty awesome. Congratulations to all the growth, and we
Thank
look
you.
forward to seeing what you guys do next. And I'm sure I'll hear all about
I'm sure you will.
it.
Thank you.
Hi there, I'm Cindy Crawford. I'm the director of the Community Service Center, and I'd really like to invite you to our upcoming golf outing fundraiser. It's coming up on Friday, July 10th at Willow Pond Golf Course in Rantoul. And it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have lots of different prizes for different proximity contests. We're going to have raffles. So like I said, lots of fun, but also for a great cause. All the proceeds go to help us with our client services. So please come on out. It's $340 for a foursome, and that includes your cart, that includes lunch, that includes a snack bag to head out on the course with, and all the raffles and stuff. So to sign up for the golf outing, you can do it lots of different ways. You can sign up on our website, cscrantoul.org, and there's a flyer on there with a QR code. You can also go to our Eventbrite page that has the QR code there, and you can sign right up. It's a Community Service Center golf outing. In addition to that, on our Facebook and Instagram pages, we have flyers posted with the QR codes there as well. Thanks a lot. We can't wait to see you.
Guys, I've got another new friend with us today. Jill, how are you?
I'm great.
Would you like to introduce yourself to the crowd?
Of course. Hello. My name is Jill Duden. I am
a Rantoul native, and currently the regional council manager for Birth to 5 Illinois, Region 9, serving Champaign and Ford counties.
Yeah, and tell us a little bit more about what you do.
Yeah. Well, thank you for having me.
Of
I
course.
appreciate the time to be here and kind of introduce Birth to 5 Illinois. I'm sure to some of your listeners who may not be super familiar with who we are and what we're about. And so Birth to 5 Illinois essentially is a family and community engagement organization. We really kind of serve, we like to say we're a community backbone, bringing family and community members together to improve Illinois' early childhood systems. So we're talking about child care centers, family child care providers, early intervention, that type of services. We really achieve this, or we try to achieve it, through what we call collective impact, right? So having folks at the table who maybe, work in the space, have a vested interest in early childhood, leveraging what contacts they already know about, and listening to families. You'll hear me say that a lot as we talk today, but really leveraging the voices of families in our communities, listening to what they want, listening to what they need, what are the existing services and supports for them, but also what's missing and what is preventing them from accessing services, and how can we kind of move the needle in a positive way for families in Champaign and Ford counties.
Very cool. So when I talked to you before, you had said that you guys have like a volunteer board, right?
Council.
Council.
Yep.
And are you still looking for people to help you guys with that?
Yes. So Birth to 5 Illinois is a statewide organization divided up into 39 regions. And so we are Region 9. We serve Champaign and Ford County. If you're familiar at all with the Regional Office of Education, we have the same numbers. So that's why we're Region 9. Some people are like, where does that 9 come from? Because Vermilion County is 54. I mean, the numbers don't make any sense.
Right.
But we're Region 9. And yes, each of those 39 regions has their own Action Council and Family Council, because we know that the needs in inner city Chicago are different than the needs in Southern Illinois and different than the needs in Champaign County.
Right.
And so each council is made up of at most 20 members, and they can serve up to 3 years with us. It's voluntary. The Action Council, maybe I'll talk about that first. That's essentially made up of community professionals who have some type of interest or professional experience working with young children or with families with young children. So, for example, it could be, a child care center director, or it could be a home visitor. Right now we have some representation from hospitals as a social worker. We've got an elected official on our council. We've got someone from the pavilion. And so it really is a varied group of folks come together monthly. We typically meet virtually, sometimes in person. And we really talk about what the issues are with early childhood and what their experience has been, what their background has been. And we try to set goals with our little team, and then a little bit bigger team when you add in the council. And I can share some of the examples of our work as we continue to talk, but essentially the job of the Action Council and the Family Council is to help kind of move the needle and to make a difference and to achieve some small goals while listening to families. So in addition to the Action Council, we also have a Family Council. So it's pretty self-explanatory, but it's families that live in Champaign or Ford County who have kiddos 8 or younger. And essentially, we just ask for them to meet us where they are. Once a month, we meet with family members on our council, and we talk to them about the work we're doing. We ask them their feedback, maybe on a flyer we're creating, or a brochure we've put together, or a community meeting that we're planning to host. What do you think about this? How does this look? What kinds of questions should we ask? Right now, we're working on a resource guide, for example, for specifically mental and behavioral health resources for families with young children. And so both councils have really been integral in the process with that, like, all the way through. How should we divide up the categories? Should we include this agency? And then now we're to the point where council members are volunteering to call, right? And verify the agencies. Do we have the right phone number? Do we have the right ages served? That kind of thing. We do pay family council members for their
Okay.
time. So essentially, we tell families we're paying you for your opinions.
Yeah.
We really are.
Yeah.
They get a quarterly stipend from Birth to 5 Illinois, and the commitment is usually about an hour to an hour and a half a month.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
good.
And they're also encouraged to go above and beyond that if their capacity allows it. For example, we do a lot of outreach events. We
Okay.
might be at resource fairs, or we might be at a community, park. And we always invite all council members to come with us, engage with families, because we're always trying to talk to families about their experience with early childhood. And council members can really be great at engaging with families, passing out goodies to kids, or doing an activity, that kind of thing. And so there's lots of different ways to get involved, depending on their capacity and their interest.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just learning so much. I feel like, oh my goodness. What are some events or things that you have coming up? How can people get involved with what you do?
Yeah, so
what you have coming up? Did you guys hear that? I can't talk today.
The biggest event we have coming up is our Lunch and Learn. So if you've got any listeners who are kind of, curious to learn more, want to understand a little bit more about Birth to 5 Illinois and who we are, and maybe what it means to serve on a council. So that will be June 24th over the lunch hour. It's virtual, it's free, and it won't be more than an hour. We'll have existing council members at the call to kind of help us present, and we'll be there talking and just explaining some of our projects, our goals that we've been working on throughout the last year, and how they can get involved.
Do you have any projects that you can share with us now?
Yeah, sure. Okay. So initially, when Birth to 5 Illinois kicked off, there was an early childhood focus, of course, and through what we called a needs assessment, we really did a lot of research, a lot of interviews, a lot of data collection the first couple of years to really figure out where the gaps in services, what's going on in the communities. And based on that and the conversations with our council, we kind of set up some SMART goals and some action plans. So I'll just share with you a couple of examples.
We'll just put it on the screen too.
So one example is we know that, our early childhood educators need support.
Right.
We know that we don't pay them enough. We know that they're just not recognized as they should be in terms of providing that quality first start for children. And we're really a big cheerleader of increasing knowledge to increase quality related to early childhood. So this is what we call our higher ed infographic. So essentially, we try to get this out to high schoolers or community college students who love kids, but aren't really sure what that might mean in terms of a career or maybe a roadmap to help them navigate, something with children and working with young children. So listed in the front are, possible college opportunities, local universities that are very highly utilized locally. And then on the back are a lot of scholarship opportunities for high school kiddos or community college folks who should look into and take advantage of awards and scholarships.
We'll definitely make sure we get both sides of that displayed.
Yeah, so sort of related to that is what we call our salary and benefits infographic. We call this sort of our prettiest, ugliest graphic because it's very colorful and very pretty, but the information is a little bit ugly, right? Because it talks about the annual salary of an early childhood assistant, early childhood teacher, or director compared to the living wage. We're not paying our administrative directors even a living wage in the state of Illinois and in Champaign County. It talks about the benefits that we're giving them, salary growth that we've seen that's not keeping up with living wage. And then on the back is what Illinois is doing about this issue. I will say Illinois is trying to do quite a lot in terms of supporting early childhood teachers, providing grants, providing opportunities to go back to school. But there's more that we can do. And so the bottom kind of talks about what else we could think about. Another project we're pretty proud of is called Walk Hand in Hand. This is a presentation we offer free to childcare centers, to family childcare providers, to parents.
It's all about walking together with your early childhood teacher on how to increase engagement with families, because we know if families are more engaged in the childcare process, the outcomes are going to be more successful. So what is family engagement? Are you currently doing as much as you can to increase family engagement? It has to be more than just parent-teacher conferences twice a year.
Right.
Maybe it's a reading night. Maybe it's you leaning on culture and celebrating that. We actually presented to the multicultural
nice.
resource center here in Rantoul a few months ago, and so that was a lot of fun. So yeah, we're always trying to think of ways to raise awareness of the the need for increasing quality, the need to increase funding for early childhood, but also to provide information about how we can make the experience within the programs better.
Well, good. Well, we'll make sure that we have ways for you guys to connect posted here as well. And Jill, thank you so much for taking the time to come on with me today. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And anytime you have something else going on, just give us a shout and come back and see us.
I will. Thank you so much.
Of course. Yeah.
We hope you've enjoyed this week's episode of the Rantoul Roundup. And now for some community events. There's lots of stuff going on at the Fringe. League is back in season. Tuesday nights is the pizza special. Friday for lunch, they've got burgers. Stop by and check that out. Wednesday nights, mini league, bingo. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on, guys. Friday nights downtown this weekend specifically. So on the 5th, the Legacy Center is going to have a DJ and then live music. And then Aces and Rhythms will be playing in the middle of Sangamon for summer nights, for the first summer nights. And we'll be kicking that off. So hope we can see you guys there. Here are some more announcements along the way. Don't forget, if you have anything to add to the show, if you want to come on and talk to me, feel free to reach out. I'm available most of the time and would be happy to have you on. Thanks so much and have a great day.